Yeah, it's Cybertronian alt modes, which is why I'm fine. A lot of people will whine that his alt mode isn't a gun, but like I don't have an issue
So
with him
this
being a
is the
tank because
dark
this
stuff.
tank design is
Not
raw.
so special. Come on.
I like the Cybertronian alt modes. Also, a lot of people forget that we live in. Yeah, a lot of people forget we live in a post 9/11 America. You really think they're gonna make Hasbro's gonna make a toy that resembles a realistic gun like that?
Star, the great ship of Nova Prime.
Yeah, post Columbine.
You mean an Autobot ship is responsible for all the destruction in the city?
Yeah.
It appears so, Wheeljack. But I doubt it was an Autobot hand that caused the destruction.
Another Cybertronian ship crashed on Earth? What are the odds?
Nova Prime's mission was to preserve our culture. The Colonnade of Cybertron was a covenant between all Cybertronians. The Colonnade is comprised of the essential aspects of our lost Cybertronian heritage, and it was placed in.
They have some like Bayverse.
The supercomputer that controls.
They have some Bayverse level just brutality. Like when Arachnid, when Arachnid like comes up into the fucking like high guard base and just starts going crazy on some General Grievous shit. She decapitated at least like 4 niggas when she like went in there. And speaking of that, I love this scene. Yes. I also really like this Megatron taking the spark of the Prime that inspired him ever since he was like before he like found out everything he was told was a lie. Him putting that spark or T-Cog into his, something about that is just really cool to me. Like just
literally carries our culture inside of it.
Megatron is
Historical find that would be. So much art and beauty and history has been lost. To find it again.
The Pharaotaxis controls both the Plasma Core and the Insecticons. It directs the power and gives the Insecticons their function and purpose.
Okay, so we find the Pharaotaxis and what? Destroy it? It's got
No,
so
no,
much
no.
of our culture in it. We can't do that, can we?
oh yeah, and just seeing Sentinel kill all the 13 primes like that.
Shutting
We,
down the power is the most surefire way to stop the cyber forming.
Then we locate the Pharaotaxis and preserve our culture, as Nova Prime intended. But for now, stay focused. There are more floors to this ship. We split up and locate the Plasma Core.
Whoa, that's a lot of them.
What is it, Optimus?
Felt like the Matrix itself just blinked off and then back on.
just granted, the way Sentinel is as a character, the fact they're able to just have Sentinel be the main villain, considering how he is, a lot of the time is amazing.
With it later, if we must.
Wow. Ominous much?
Oh yeah, one thing, a lot of like, I actually feel like for the future, I don't think they'll make the Decepticons as sadistic as they usually are in like a lot of media. Like they'll be violent, but I don't think they'll be like just far gone irredeemable. Also, just based off that first interaction between the two, I also am really interested in how Starscream and Megatron's like little like dynamic relationship is gonna like grow in the next movie.
Megatron.
What are we waiting for?
Oh yeah. Since this is still a young Megatron, Starscream being the old guy here, and instead of like Megatron is gonna like give us some very like it's gonna give us a very interesting like version of their dynamic that we've never seen before. Since usually Starscream is the young one that joins them, you know. I don't even think he starts off as cowardly because he still firmly believes and stuff. It's just the fact that he was born and raised to think that he deserved to be, you know, in the place he was at, like a minor. Sympathetic.
You're gonna tell us where Megatron is, Soundwave?
Yeah. Yeah. Do y'all think though, as the movie's going, if they do y'all think we'll just see the Decepticon cars get twisted? Because that's like one of the main things I'd say when it comes to, like, you know, Transformers stories of death. It's like it starts off as, you know, freedom fighter group against oppression, but as it goes on, it slowly just becomes worse than what they intended. Yeah. Like, I feel like they're the Autobots and Decepticons. I think not Megatron and Optimus yet, but I think Autobots and Decepticons will butt heads when they have to go face to face with the Quintessence. But the thing is, Megatron is he's gonna try to, like, just fully get rid of the Quintessence, though. You know what I mean? Since he saw them eliminate the Primes himself. If I had if I had to compare it in a way, I think the first half of the first movie is going to be that maybe if they do it, if they make the Decepticons like full on to this thing, it's going to be that, like, the Quintessence are going to be that, like, dip into what makes them insane. Kind of similar to what Paul Atreides did in Dune Part 2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Josh Cooley actually said something about, like, the Earth Saga. So if this is successful enough, because, you know, the end of the Autobot and Decepticon war is them going to Earth. So if you know, all we have is the first movie. But if these movies were to, you know, be successful enough and get to that level of, you know, reaching the Earth Saga, I'd be interested. I'd be interested in what they would, like, be doing. You know.
Soundwave, I need you here. The others can take care of them.
Understood. Abort mission.
Oh yeah.
Where is he going?
Okay. Never mind.
Megatron has taken control of the ship and the Ferotaxis that operates it. He now commands the Insecticons.
Maybe if we blow that Pharaoh what's-it-up, it'll stop Megatron.
No. We go to the plasma core and disable it. The Ferotaxis has the sum total of Cybertronian culture recorded within. If at all possible, we must...
Okay, so once Earthspark, the new show, but there's gonna be another show. It's gonna be completely different. It has one of the names listed in this show is Galvatron. And you know, Galvatron is after Unicron and such, so it's just not set in this. Megatron reborn by the devil. Oh, you did. it has some very interesting ideas. It's not I don't think it's terrible. I just the execution, yeah, the execution is just a bit too edgy, and also just it kind of doesn't understand it. No, it's not the good type of edgy. That's the problem. It feels like it's trying too hard to let us know that they're in a war, you know. Oh yeah, the voice actor. Okay, I want to let you know the voice actors are the people who do voice like the how it should have ended shit. If that, yes. If to not sound like a chud, to not sound like a chud, Optimus has a gamer voice. You should have just read IDW, man. You should have just read IDW.
Gotta be kidding with that.
Yes. Me and Ray have. It's a great little like origin for Megatron and Decepticons. It's like somewhat it's the first full on story. Like we've had things that have like hinted at it, but not full on stories, and that's the first. Megatron killing Sentinel being the thing that births the Decepticons. And also him being a minor. See, when we first got the trailers, I was a bit skeptical about that. Like Optimus and Megatron both being minors instead of it just being like, you know, Megatron. I was confused and conflicted on how they would make that good. But it works with the story they're telling. And like in Megatron Origin and also Prime, he's also like a gladiator. It's a gladiator. The guy who goes from a minor to a gladiator to, you know, fighting Sentinel. But they did it. That doesn't work for this, and that's fine. They did what they did. They did what they did well. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Before Megatron, you know, starts to fight against like cops, he gets arrested before, and he has like a little like journal where he jots about a bunch of stuff. And Optimus finds it, and then he like fights while Sentinel's giving a little like fascist speech or whatever. Optimus just fights a bunch of security guards to like, you know, ask him the way he is, and then he gets confiscated. A bunch of other shit. No. He stormed Sentinel. He fought these Sentinel's bodyguards to like.
It is too dangerous to fight them all at once. There is a
Oh,
solution.
yeah. It's interesting. What happens? They try to fix it in the Optimus Prime book by changing and retconning some things, but he still becomes Optimus Prime, you know. But he starts off as a cop because, you know, he wants to he wants to do the right thing, but he starts to realize that this system and this government that we work for is shit. You know. Um. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't start. He doesn't beat the like shit out of niggas. For
I have some bad news. There is a large swarm of Insecticons heading in your direction. It is too dangerous to fight
there,
them all at once.
there's a character called Swindle. Before the war, Swindle like stealing some Energon, and Optimus like beats living shit out of him. Maybe not the living shit. He beats his ass, and then he arrests him. That story in particular. No. Swindle was fighting. Well, you know what? It's kind of hard to say. You gotta read it, check it out. But that story itself is very, yeah. I like everything except that part. It's in phase 3. It's in. Yes, I just can't say it in just one thing. You have to truly check it out yourself. I get that. I get that. But when I started reading, if you really want to get into it and you start reading it, before you know it, you won't have that many books left, or just you'll be surprised at how far you're in. It just depends on how much you care about the franchise. Yeah, the collection has everything. And yeah, in phase 3, it'll take a while before you get to phase 3. But once you do, whoever reads it, I can just like tell you the stories to read after. They're not lost books. They're just they just tie. Yeah. There's only like I think 3. There's Sins of the Wreckers, and that just ties up like the entire Wrecker saga. And then there's like the last like 20 issues of the books that were in the collection, Optimus Prime and Lost Light. And also, it also doesn't have Unicron, which is the end of that entire first continuity. Yes, it's IDW. It's not. Luckily, it's not Marvel shit. Yeah, they tried it chronological in a way, but for most of phase 1, it's like for the first 5 volumes of phase 1, it's character spotlights, like little short stories that give context and everything, which is fine. It's introducing you to these characters. It's also giving you introduction to what these characters do later on in the story. Everything has a payoff essentially, and most of the payoffs are great. Except for RC.
Huh. That's convenient. I almost feel bad wasting all these Insecticons. Almost.
Yeah, you gotta just read it. Don't. You really gotta read it. You gotta read it to like. I think it's like the first.
I almost feel bad wasting all these Insecticons. Almost.
Yeah, if anything, I feel like it's probably the first to actually like try to do like a full on like, you know, not even just sympathetic Megatron, but how many stories have you? Well, I guess, how many stories have you seen that fully commit to trying to like redeem like a character that's known for tyranny and such, especially somebody like IDW Megatron? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I made it.
There's a book. There's a book you'll like once you get to it. It's called More Than Meets the Eye. It follows like a team of Rodimus and a bunch of other Transformers that haven't appeared since like the 80s. They get like everything possible goes wrong, and it's glorious to watch. It also does like world building for other characters. Honestly, I wanted to ask if enough people here do check it out. You think we could have an episode that just talks about it, or at least our favorite parts of that universe? Okay. Yeah, the Marvel Transformers is really underrated, and I feel like just based off the fact it's old, not enough people talk about it. Not enough people talk. People always talk about like Prime Shockwave and IDW Shockwave, but no one ever brings up like Marvel Shockwave. Oh yeah, it's great. Yes, it's a little spotlight. It's a spotlight. Yeah, he has a spotlight. Literally just read phase 1. Okay, I'll send some. Okay, so my favorite artists for IDW Transformers are Kizama, which draw they draw the Optimus Prime book, and the art is amazing. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Certain books are really different than other books, but the thing is, the IDW, it started off as like I guess they were told to like just do G1 for now. Once you get enough like once you get enough like room and such, you can do whatever you want. And then as they do that, they start to bring in like other artists and like other characters that aren't G1. But yeah, there's like a little bit of a consistent style in the way characters are drawn. I think I get where you're coming from. Yeah. Give me a character. Give me a character. It's yeah, Megatron he really fucking what's the word I'm looking for? He really traumatized him. And honestly, when I look at like IDW's characterization for Starscream, I'm surprised we never really see. It's crazy how many Starscreams we get, but none of them have really stepped into that field of after the war, what he does after the war. Because honestly, it seems in character for somebody like him. Yeah, yeah, no. Well, okay, it's it's actually the start of his redemption in a way, in like him finding more out more about himself. This is from the Optimus Prime book. Their name is Keyzon. I think that's the name. There's another artist that draws for it. His name is for like IDW. His name is Josh Bertram. Josh Bertram. Josh Bertram. I was clapping my hands, bro. Okay, Shockwave. Shockwave. It honestly, it depending on like what you want from the character, it is the most drastic. Like it's what you imagine Shockwave is as. It's like the most drastic characterization of him in the best way possible. If that makes any sense. They do like so many twists. Well, not so many. Just what the little reveals that they do are like the craziest twists in the entire franchise. Oh yeah, and there's a Prowl. Oh. It was yeah, same. When you read IDW, you just start to hate him as much as like the characters start to hate him. You wonder why they haven't killed him already. He's like we got manipulator trying to start up a war again, holding information they shouldn't have. A lot, a lot of things. IDW is the most mature. Yep. Psychopath that manipulates people, holds information, threatens to start wars again. He may or may not have sent a bunch of soldiers to he may have killed a bunch of soldiers just so he could save this one guy also. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they do it just so they can. He dies in that episode. It's amazing.
Identified. Cybertronian Bumblebee spirit will be that of legend. Your monikers will be many. The World's Bridge, Gold Bug, Race Welder, and finally, Gold Flag.
Well, that makes me feel special.
This nigga is just fucked up, man. You know that picture? You know that picture that says this dog is fucked up, bruh? That's Starscream.
Guys, we might have a problem. With the unpredictability
Yeah.
of plasma energy, there's a chance that if we blow it up, it'll take half
And
of
then he
Earth
gets,
with it.
and then this nigga gets revived by the devil. First thing he does, without questions, is
But in current
turn him into
calculations,
dust.
roughly
And by
92.787%
that, he's basically a
chance
ghost
it'll
that can never die now because of that.
Right, so capture the plasma core. Got it.
Here's a hint. Then you would like Galaxy Force. Yes. It's not a thing in any other continuity, but it's one of the things that like gives you a little bit of insight to his character, because it's like he's supposed to sound deceptive, you know? Okay, there's two. There's Arachnid and Black Arachnia.
Nice. Let's go.
He's no Chab is Starscream. Starscream may not be his favorite, but Chab is basically Starscream. You know why.
I have you now.
every time if we play a game that has that if there
You'll have to do better than that. You brought back up. You're not as dumb as you look. Not even close.
man, you gotta chill. All right. All right, I'm gonna say favorite Autobot, favorite Decepticon. My favorite Decepticon is Shockwave. There's something appealing about just the way him scheming, his design, and with how he just has one eye, so you can't really see him emoting besides his voice. I love how he's just always he gives off he has plans beyond just like anybody on his little team's understanding. It's like he vows to join, and he didn't join out of desperation, you know. Like he's using the Decepticon cause as a means to end. And my favorite Autobot, I think honestly, it's Optimus. I love him as a character. I love the core, like the entire core behind him as a character. He's like he's like an agent of peace. He fights for like peace itself. Yeah, but
Got to capture the core. Now. Bring
Low
the
model?
crystal shielding and dislodge it.
Admittedly, you've gotten further than I expected, Autobot. But know now, the Insecticons will feast on your electrons.
So powerful.
Oh, please, do give up already.
Almost there. Brace yourself.
The core is becoming unstable. It will explode. If this continues, the whole room is likely to explode shortly.
We need to get the core out of here. That should calm the reaction. Let's break open that shielding now.
Insecticons, hurry up.
their ultimate goal is to fight for peace and prosperity. And I love he's like
One rusty finger on it, Optimus.
The ship is powered down for now. But if we allow Megatron to retrieve the plasma core before we find it, our victory here will not matter. We must move quickly.
basically he's like you mean like he's want for peace and everything. It's his motivations. I think you're trying to point out how his motivations, like he.
What's the plan, Optimus?
For the time being, the cyberforming has slowed.
And just I love
But
again
Megatron
the
will
way
undoubtedly go after
this
the
man
Plasma
will just
Core and start it
like
again.
without thought throw himself in front of like a blast that could destroy Earth.
Even if
Just
Megatron
like
never gets it, we
stop all
still
war.
have to
I
shut
love
it
that.
down.
I love that about the character.
We should scan for Deceptor creep activity. That plasma core eject button wasn't targeted. Megatron's gonna need someone to go pick it up.
Split up and find a Decepticon.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's two answers. You want a legit answer?
The claw still got juice left, even with the core removed.
Looks like most of the cyberpunk has stopped. Not all of it. It's continuing on reserves. And the Barotaxis is still fully operational.
Yeah. Listen, here's my take on the Bay films is that like, yes, they understand some things and don't understand others, but I love them. I love them for like the spectacle of everything. They have the human characters are really bad. The only thing you can note about them is that they're reoccurring. And again, they don't. There's a lot of characters they don't understand. Shockwave, you know. And women. He hates women.
Surrender.
The designs are raw.
In the sky, Thundercracker.
I don't know. Some of those designs will look goofy if they had their G1 colors. Maybe if they just had different colors, but G1 colors will look silly in some of them. I feel like if the designs I feel like in my opinion, I feel like if those designs like had more iconography that people associate with those characters, it wouldn't look right, I guess. And it also breaks the aesthetic the designs are going for. Yeah. And for that entire time, I've been recording gameplay. Awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. We love Dark Vader. Please read the IDW collection of Transformers. It's amazing. And watch Transformers Armada in the new movie. I love the sounds they make in Prime when they transform. All right, yeah, we know. Yep. Yeah. Indeed. You really want to know my last words? The hot Tuacons roll out. Yeah, that was good, guys. I'm surprised I was able to give out full speeches while playing this game. Being autistic. Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't wait for us to in like a few months turn this. We're gonna basically turn this into a Transformers podcast. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and stop this gameplay.
Today is a good day to join our cause, Thundercracker.
My loyalty only goes so
Thursday,
far.
October
Tampering with
31st.
plasma energy? That's madness.
Wow, that took like no convincing at all. No wonder they call you Thunder Cracker.
Very funny, Pipsqueak. No one should have that thing. You want to get it, that's fine. So long as you promise to get rid of it.
I think we can handle that.
It's on the island. Megatron sent Blitzwing after it. You're closer, so you might be able
I've
to beat
been
him.
playing Devastation this
I
entire
know
time.
the island. Only way onto it is across Liberty Bridge.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I guess I could for a false Cybertron gameplay. No, we're not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. What? What? Where were you? Yeah, the worst podcast on the planet. Yeah, you did good. What? Yeah, I'm happy I was able to do a podcast episode and talk about Transformers with my friends. No, we were just calling your name and you got no response. Ooh.
Finally, we get to do some deconstructing.